thinking about turning your sewing into an extra income? Well, this video is for beginners as well as intermediate level. So if this is something that interests you, let's get started. I remember when I was a fashion designing student and I was so excited about actually turning my skills and my knowledge into products that I could actually sell and generate an income. But back then, as a student, my sewing was not the best. So I always chose something simple, something easy that I knew that I could just start somewhere. So this video is to help you to just get started with something very easy to put together from a beginner's level and then turning this into a business. It's all about taking my idea and asking myself, how can I put it into a business platform? What kind of collection can I create out of it? Who will be my market? What kind of photographs can I take? Who's going to be wearing it? How am I going to style it? And take all these ideas and turn them into photographs, a quick video, turn them into advertising, into little content videos, or create little adverts that you can do on Canva, which is for free, and put it all together and go, okay, let me start posting this on Instagram, on Facebook, on all the different social medias that you are actually promoting your services and your products. You've got to put yourself out there, and people need to know how they're going to wear their garments. You've got to show them. People need to see your vision and your ideas. Then you can also decide on, once you know your market, what kind of pricing you're going to make your shawls. But it also depends on which particular fabrics and market that you have selected. Let's say you've chosen for shawl to be worn over evening and cocktail dresses, and you've chosen a bit more expensive material. There's already your answer, that you need to charge a little bit more. My name is Tania Sutherland and I am a fashion entrepreneur, taking years and years of experience as a fashion designer and combined and put it all together to create books and courses and products to help you to enhance your sewing skills, as well as those who want to turn this into an absolute business. I am a born entrepreneur and a business-minded person, and everything is about how you can use your skills, your knowledge, your experience, and to turn it into a service or product and to generate income out of it. So if you like this kind of content, then, and I've inspired you and motivated you to get started, how about helping me grow my algorithms so I can share more and more with you to enhance your skills and grow your business by pressing the like button down below, as well as the subscribe button, so that you can stay in the loop with my weekly videos and all. It can be worn in so many different ways. It can be worn over a bathing costume. It can be worn over an evening or cocktail dress. It can be worn over a t-shirt, wearing a pair of jeans, or some kind of little sexy little cocktail dress. It is such a versatile design that you could actually, or you could decide that you want to make this particular shawl for someone who's wearing cocktail dresses or evening dresses. Then you would decide what particular fabric would be perfect to be worn over these particular designs. Then you could look at chiffons, georgette, lace, mesh tulles. You can have a look at, you can get different types of lace which are a bit more expensive and decorative with some diamantes on, or a very soft, mild, soft flowing lace with a bit of a stretch in it. The types of fabrics you want to use and what kind of cost. You can either choose something less expensive, or you can go totally over the top and do something very glamorous and push your price up. You could also look at making it in prints. Maybe you can do some viscose prints, or you can do it in some georgette prints for more fun occasions to have in your wardrobe. Or you can just choose plain, simple colors. You could even do it in a t-shirt knit stretch type of fabric. So now already I mentioned a few different categories of niche markets that you could actually target depending on your budget or what kind of niche market your particular shawl product or little collection line to. My advice to you as a business fashion boss and a business-minded person, don't do yourself in. Believe in your self-worth. Why must you make your garments cheap? Add that extra quality, that extra detail to your garments that you can actually increase your price and come across as a fashion designer or an expert in what you are doing. Do not undervalue or underprice yourself at all. Very easy sew along. I also have the pattern. The pattern is available on my website. I will leave the link down below. This is the fold of the fabric, which is on the edge of the table. This is my guideline. It's nice and straight. Here is the selvage edges on the side, on my right hand side, and on my left hand side is the selvage edge. Alright, so now I've placed the pattern down on the fold, which is the straight of the grain, and the circle is now on the fold. It's the one pattern that we traced off. We placed it on the fold, opened up the fabric so the width is underneath here. This is 150 wide, selvage edges on either side. You can use some paper, some pattern weights. These are just faux leatherette with washers on the inside, and I just stitched the corners around so it's easy just to wipe them if they get dirty, and it keeps all the washers inside. So it's quite heavy. It keeps my pattern down from shifting when I am busy laying it down. You can add your pins in. Don't go too close to the edge, about 2 centimeters or so from the edge of your pattern. So go ahead and pin it, and then you're going to cut. You're not going to cut this fold line open. It needs to stay on the fold line. You can use as many pins as you like. If you're a beginner, I always suggest you use more pins to prevent your pattern from shifting and moving when you're cutting. Right, there's no grain lines you need to measure because it's on the fold that is acting as your grain line. So you need to cut this open, which is your neckline. Right, now you can take your pins out and head over to your sewing machine, and you're going to do a roll hem around the bottom of the shawl and around the neckline. You could overlock it first and then give it a roll hem. It might just give you a little bit more a more secure fabric to work on, because this is a crochet net, so it does tend to shift and move. But the nice thing about this material, it's forgiving. So if your roll hem is not absolutely accurate right around the full circle, you don't even notice it. Now, if you're going to do the bigger size, make sure that the width is enough of the width of the pattern when you do your fold. And you can see the bigger pattern is basically going from edge to edge of the actual fabric, because it's a much longer shawl and more dramatic than the short one. So it's exactly the same. This is just the short one, and the long one would just take more fabric. And when you lay your fabric down, make sure that it's folded in half, which is going to be longer. So Alright, because the fabric is this crochet net, when you cut the edges, you'll see it's kind of like, kind of frayed, or just the little crochet areas are sort of snipped open where you've been cutting. That's not a problem, because this material is a crochet type of fabric. So when you do your roll hem, you're going to tuck it in. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do basically, I would say approximately just less than 1 centimeter, and then 1 centimeter again, roll over to roll hem. I'm keeping my tension about 4 on number 4, so especially working on the curve, you don't want it to pull in, the tension needs to be correct. It's very difficult to pin this fabric, so kind of work with your hands as you're going along. So the hemline is now complete. It's gone right around, and now you've got the neckline. So just do the exactly same, just do a roll hem all the way right around. Alright, so the neckline is now completed. Alright, so the neck's been hemmed, the bottom has been hemmed. So now exciting, now you can wear it. If you see these extra points, you can go ahead and just trim them off, or you can leave them. It's all part of this whole crochet sort of look. You can just give the hemlines a slight press just to flatten it a little bit, and then you're ready to wear it. Garments too. Decide on your market, look at your pricing, what fabrics that you have selected, and then look at what market you are going to be directing. Even if you need to create a little board and start writing on this board what types of niche markets you'd like to follow. Would it be bridal, evening wear, swimwear, to cover for swimwear? Would it be more for day wear, work wear, or instant fashion with the latest prints and colors that are coming through? You could even add embroidery or a embellishment or braid or beads onto your shawls to make it a bit more exclusive and totally different. So work out your categories, kind of know what your target market's going to be, what kind of pricing structure, and how you're going to promote to sell this. Whether it be on social media, or whether you're going to contact other boutiques, or you're going to go purely online or collaborate with other designers and dressmakers. Try to visualize who your market is and how you're going to get started, who can help you get this whole thing going and make it happen.